Hello everybody, I am the Vision of Chaos and welcome back to another episode in Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. In today's episode I'll be going to get, or trying to get, the Dreamcatcher. The Dreamcatcher is the strongest weapon in this for the Selkie, and in order to get it we need to collect a few items. So I will now cut to these items and show you the progress that I have made. Our journey begins at Salvation Cave with the Wind Crystal, which is our first material that we are going to get. The Wind Crystal is gotten by beating the boss in the Salvation Cave while having the Earth element as your main crystal. No, not the Earth, the Wind element as your main crystal, which you can change at Salvation Cave. So even though I have to get the unknown element again, this is something that I did, get. Just because this is the first item on my list. And on my second item on my list, I need, I think, the wind element. But I will get the... I don't really need the wind element, but whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and save my progress. A star to come last when I looked up to the sky. That's good. Hey, you're not listening, Kupo. Well, I'm all ears. I realized that I want to be a star. I shine through the darkness and be a guiding light to others. Huh? Are you speechless with emotion, Kupo? No, we're dumbfounded by your stupidity. They're here. Places, you two. Alright, hand over everything you got. You're not getting past me. Look, is that too cute to hurt, Koopa? Come on, hand over. We got you surrounded. Charge through! Ah! So he became a star. Big time. That's funny. Okay, next to the next item to the list. The next item on our list is the Desert Fang, which you can get from defeating the antlion in the desert and getting 180 points, over 180 points in the Turk Cycle. How you get these points is by granting the condition that you get. Each time you enter an area you will get a condition that is only revealed to you after you defeated the monster, the boss of that level, and then there's pretty much no other way. There is one other way, and that is by doing single player and connecting a GBA into the second slot and turning it on, and then going into a new area. Then the GBA will tell you what the condition is of that general area, and it will also show you a map of that area. And that's how you can know what your condition is. Conditions range from collect items, do damage, do not do damage, etc. And our next piece of equipment or item on our list is the Orichalcum. The Orichalcum can be found by defeating enemies like the what is those purple beasts called again? I do not know anymore. By beating zoos, which you find in the desert. Those are those bird things, those giant purple things that you find in this level, which the name escapes me now, and some other other monsters as well. But these idiots, by the way, drop diamonds. So if you want a diamond armor, you can get that as well. They also draw something else, which... oh yeah, they can drop a legendary weapon design. which is the second strongest weapon, but we're going for the strongest weapon in this case, and not for the strongest. I actually got a legendary weapon in the desert, and we're going actually for the strongest weapon, not for the second strongest weapon of the Selkies. So I will see you in the last, possible spot where we will get the final item for this collection. And this last bit pisses me off. You have to get, first of all, 240 points on single player in the Turk Cycle and defeat the Dragon Wyvern, who has 2 stone Shahigans, which are a bitch to carry out, a bitch to kill. And you don't even, with all these items, you have a chance of getting them. You're probably already seeing where I'm going with this. You have a chance of getting them, which means that I unfortunately did get enough points, but I was unlucky with the drops of items, and I did not get the final item that what I was supposed to get. I was supposed to get a lunar weapon design. Yes, a lunar weapon design. That is what the item is called, lunar weapon design. But I didn't get it. Why? I don't know why. I got enough points in single player, and I did, the inflict damage, which is probably what you will see on all of them, because that's what the option which I chose every time, the inflict damage one. And I got 306 points, but let me tell you, defeating that dragon is goddamn difficult. And I got an Orichalcum as a as a prize, but no, I got the Sasuke Blade, which I need the strength, and unfortunately, I will not go back and get this design. But at least now you get a little bit of a taste of what item collecting is about in this game, and it pisses me the hell off. Are we back? Yes. Unfortunately, I was able to get the final piece of the puzzle, which is actually the design for it, the design for the ultimate weapon. I was not able to get it, but instead I got the design for the legendary weapon in the desert, which is the second strongest weapon in this game. So I got the second strongest weapon in the game. I got a diamond armor design, so I got now a diamond plate as my thing. I got the eternal sash, which is a blessed sash, a belt that resists poison, which will be very handy in the last battle. And I wanted to get a ring of light, but I didn't, since I didn't find any silver either. So that's it basically. This is our equipment. I resist shock, I resist poison. From diamonds and Orichalcum, which is the diamond plate, which you need indeed diamonds and Orichalcum in order to get. This one you also need Orichalcum, and I don't remember what else. I will put it on screen if I don't forget to look it up, what else you need for the Queen Seal. But yeah, I didn't get the Dreamcatcher. And you know what? I will end this episode off by telling you a little bit of a story. When we first came to Shella, we met a Selkie there, one of our own race. His name is the Nom. And Nom set out on a journey. He wanted to see if we could live with the miasma, because miasma was, poisoning us. And he went to research the monsters, so that because monsters could live together with miasma. To the bunch, if you go check on the Nom and Chella after you talk to him and after you collect a drop of myrrh, you will see that he is gone. After that, he will start sending you letters. Just as I thought. Just as I expected. the monsters are immune to the miasma. That means they get along with the miasma. You can respond whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. The water here. After some research, I figured out that the water here contains a fair amount of miasma. If I can gradually adapt to the water, maybe we can all develop a resistance to miasma. So he has the idea of, drinking the water and seeing if he can develop a resistance for miasma. I can do this. It's been a while since I started living off the water here. Living on water, of tainted water with miasma is extremely painful, but as long as I can get through this. Again, it doesn't really matter what you say. You can either encourage him or just, say, stop. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Slowly but surely, I'm adapting to it. Just a little longer, then I'll truly be free. And the last one, from Chronicles. You can spend the rest of your life in that little cage of yours. But if you ever feel like coming out here, you're always welcome. Ominous, isn't it? The gnome is one of the few Selkies that wears a bandana. If you go to Colonel Kurak after getting this last level, you'll eventually run into a monster. And if you defeat that monster will drop a worn bandana. I do not have this item in my collection. The worn bandana is an odd item. It doesn't really serve any purpose. It is just a collector's item. It's just something for side story. And it gives off the intention that the gnome himself turned into a monster. So I chased my dreams. I tried to catch a dream, and I failed, but in the end I still got things out of it. So even though I didn't get what I wanted, the journey was not without any fruits. My labor wasn't, Anyway. And the gnome, he set out to get us, to rid us from this curse of miasma, to live alongside it, instead of being cursed to be tainted by it forever. And yet, he ended up as a monster. His dream came true. He is now one with miasma. But at what price? So sometimes we do not achieve the dreams we want, but find that we achieve something else that is easily as satisfying, that it makes the journey worth it. And sometimes we find ourselves granting that dream, only to realize that the reality of that dream is far worse than we could ever imagine. And sometimes we wish that we've never, went after that dream at all. We regret the choices we made, but in the end we still got it. That is of course not true for all dreams. Some dreams come true exactly as you want them. But don't be afraid to not chase them. Simply because, you may end up going in a different direction. Or you may reach a conclusion that you didn't want to reach. In the end, you will still gain something from the journey, and you will have learned something that is going to help you in your life. Even if you're not grateful for the lesson. Sometimes, we just have to catch our dreams. This has been the Vision of Chaos, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Until then, goodbye.